What if the biggest royal battle wasn't fought in public, but buried inside legal documents no one was ever meant to see? For decades, the British monarchy has mastered one thing above all else: silence. Behind palace walls, decisions are made quietly, strategically, and often long before the world even suspects a shift is coming. But in 2026, something changed. Not with a scandal. Not with a speech. With a signature. When King Charles III transferred control of key private estates to his son, Prince William, it didn't look dramatic from the outside. No breaking headlines. No royal confrontation. Just another formal transition. But inside the institution, it was anything but routine. Because this wasn't just about land. It was about control of the monarchy's most protected assets, estates tied not only to wealth, but to legacy, power, and the future of the crown itself. And at the center of it all, a plan set in motion years earlier by Queen Elizabeth II. Long before her passing, she quietly introduced a legal safeguard, one designed to do something very specific: protect royal estates from outside influence. Not just political pressure, not just financial interests, but even influence from within the extended royal circle. When this clause was finally activated, its impact was immediate. Projects disappeared. Access was revoked. And long-standing connections quietly ended. One of the most talked-about moments came when changes within the Duchy of Cornwall led to the departure of individuals closely linked to Queen Camilla's family circle. No accusations. No public fallout. Just a quiet closing of a chapter. To outsiders, it sparked speculation. Was this a power move? A shift in loyalty? Or simply the next generation taking control? But those who understand the monarchy say the truth is far less dramatic and far more strategic. Because while headlines focused on family dynamics, something much bigger was happening behind the scenes. The monarchy was tightening its structure, simplifying control, and locking its most valuable assets firmly within the direct line of succession. No fragmentation. No external influence. No uncertainty. At the same time, key figures within the royal family played their roles with precision. Princess Anne reportedly oversaw deep archival reviews, uncovering legal protections buried in decades-old documents. And in a more modern twist, Lady Louise Windsor stepped into the digital arena, tracking filings, protecting royal symbols, and helping shut down unauthorized commercial efforts before they could take hold. No drama. No public statements. Just quiet, decisive action. Then came the final layer. Instead of turning these estates into profit-driven ventures, as many expected, Prince William made a different move entirely. He redirected them toward conservation, education, and long-term public benefit. Through initiatives like the Green Heath Royal Future Trust, these lands are no longer just private royal assets, they're being reshaped into protected spaces for environmental and social impact. And that decision sent a message louder than any headline. This isn't about profit. It's about legacy. In a world where history is often commercialized, the monarchy made a rare choice: to preserve, not exploit. So what looked like a quiet internal reshuffle was actually something far more powerful. A calculated transition. A legal fortress built over years. And a clear signal of how the next king intends to rule. Because in the end, the real story isn't about who was pushed out. It's about what's being protected. and how far the Crown is willing to go to protect it.